Hey everybody, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. I hope you're having a sweet day today. I've had about a week off from this game, playing Workers and Resources, having a blast in that game too. I hope you guys have checked that out. And if you haven't, don't worry. It's, maybe live streams aren't for you. I'm having an actual dedicated, 4K awesome video series on that starting in July. So come back for that, I guess. We have a couple of issues I need to solve before we unpause, and so I'm going to spend a lot of time paused today. But don't worry, I'm just going to be walking you through what I'm going to do, then I'm going to do it, cut you back in, and be like, look, I did it, all right? So we don't have to spend a lot of time in the video paused, necessarily, but today, here's what we're going to do. We're going to save this forest, but we're not going to do it the way I said before, because the way I said before, I think, isn't as good as it could be. Instead, we're just going to send this wood over here. Instead of doing the loop for this. Now, I could do that, but I want to send planks from West Jordan to Palm Bay. We're going to pick up planks here and drop them off here. Then the trucks are going to go get wood from here and then bring them to here. We're going to ship the wood from Palm Bay over to West Jordan to deliver to make the planks. We're also going to ship it from here to there. That's going to provide us with double the sources from 2 different locations, right? And then, we're going to have planks here to make the machines. Then we're going to set up steel production in Winston-Salem using these 2 here with roads going in this way. And we'll have kind of 2 different loops here for this. Coal is going to happen and go into steel here. And then iron is going to be brought here. But then we're also going to take the steel while we're doing that and drop it off here. Then the same iron line is going to pick up the machines that are being produced here and bring them up to Winston-Salem. Now, at the moment, Winston-Salem isn't showing demand for this, but every time this upgrades, it takes it's doing the same thing Palm Bay was doing for a while, right? Where it's kind of in between sizes, if you will. So when this thing does officially upgrade, it is going to demand machines, and we are going to provide those with the iron line. And that's going to be nice because it will allow me to essentially monetize most of the iron route to where the coal route is only monetized half the way. And we'll also be doing the same thing with wood, right? Wood is going to take this to Palm Bay, that's paid. Then planks to here, that's paid. And then unpaid to here, okay? That's it. So for this route over here, I've got an interesting idea for this route, okay? And how we can monetize more, because the planks from here have to get to this station, and I really don't want to have a route where we take wood to here, then the planks get to the train, right, and then the train takes them over there. I don't really like that. Now, objectively, we could just say wood, planks, take it all the way over with the car to here, right, and then this is unpaid. We could do that too. I don't know which one would be better, to be honest, but I need a reason for the train to come here. And I think running a train empty is significantly more expensive than running a few cars empty. So we're going to make sure that the train is full by making sure that the West Jordan sawmill is going to have things delivered to the train, which takes it over to here. And that's the reason for the train to come this way. The flatbed will be taking planks here and then shipping wood out. All right. So let's set this up. I'm going to make a road from here to here, which is going to connect these 2 to get that started. Then I'm going to make a road from here to here and here to here and get this started with the line, right? And that's going to include, again, iron to here, steel down to here. Now, at the moment, there's no desire for machines here. So at the moment, we can simply get a quick route with a couple of trucks that will take machines from here, which is called the Palm Bay Annex for some reason. Change this to Machine Factory. I'll also be renaming all the stops since that I'm going to make 2. So it'll do that. Now the wood is not going to go around like this. So I'm also going to make a road from here to here. Okay. This route, however, I've got an interesting idea for it. And I'll share that actually after I set this initial part up, I'll share that. So let me set that up really quick. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got all the roads made and I've got most of the routes and stuff sorted out. So I wanted to show you what I'm up to. So we've got the, I'll just start here, I guess. We got the Palm Bay Forest. I've named it Palm Bay Forest number 2. And then there's also Palm Bay Forest over down here. We're going to take a route that goes from... I don't actually have this route done, so I probably should get this one done. We'll say that this one is the Palm... Let's just go with... let's be planks, right? This is planks... Machine planks delivery is kind of what this is. So maybe we'll say machine planks loop. is, I think, kind of what this is going to be. Although, yeah, this is machine planks loop. That sounds appropriate for this one. So we'll do that, and I'll make this one maybe like a darker brown or something color here. We're gonna go from here. Oops, come right here. Right here. Hello, autosave. Can I help you? There we go. Palm Bay, Lower Palm Bay. We'll have to change this to Palm Bay Forest number 2. Okay, Palm Bay Forest number 2. You're gonna take wood down to the cargo area, which is not Palm Bay Sidings. It is Palm Bay Cargo Station. Cargo Station. There we go. Cargo Station. And then from there, you take the planks over to here, right? To the machine factory. And then it's unpaid to that spot there. So let's make sure that this is set up correctly with wood on that station there. Cargo station, you're going to unload the wood, pick up planks, and then over here, you're going to have an unload for everything, and then off you go, okay? So that is what you are going to do. If we ever deliver steel here, then all I have to do is just activate this to pick up steel too, and then they can maybe do both, but probably not. Steel is gonna come from this side. We've got both of these set up. We've got an extra road that takes things more direct this way. And actually, it was interesting. It was cheaper for me to go through this little thing here than it was to go around with the elevation changes. Unless, of course, I wanted it to be, you know, really uphill and everything, or go through this. So I just went ahead and made this like cute little tunnel thing. That's kind of cool. So they'll have a tunnel go through. And actually, it was cheaper again for some reason. Unless, of course, I wanted to have big elevation changes with big hills. It was cheaper for me to go through this than it was to go around it or over top of it, pending some elevation changes and stuff, or like to cut a canyon into it, right? So anyway, there's a tunnel through here as well, and it's a much longer tunnel. I think it looks kind of cool, and any vehicles we put on this route is going to have a couple of tunnels to go through, which is kind of nice. We've named this the Palm Machine Delivery Loop, because Winston-Salem actually already has a machine delivery loop right here. And actually, same thing with steel supply. We have a steel supply route already too, so this is a Palm steel supply, just to let us know that we're taking things to this. And as a result of that, I'm actually going to change the name of this one to the Palm Bay Steel Mill. This is the Palm Bay Steel Mill. All right, number 1 is fine, since Winston-Salem already has a lot of them. So we're just going to allow Winston-Salem to be this great steel maker, but I want Palm Bay to have a little action there too. So we're going to rename this stop to the Palm Bay Steel, instead of the 3rd steel mill that this thing has apparently. So I'm not entirely sure where the second one is. I guess probably what happened was it used to be there and it went out of business and the names never changed. I'm gonna guess that's probably what happened. In any case, this is now Palm Bay Steel, because Palm Bay wanted some steel, and they had some sort of a land border dispute, and it turns out the border between these two cities is right here on the other side of this road. Darn! Sucks to be you, Winston-Salem. Anyway, we need to get some cars assigned to this. Over here, in the deposit, I've got 30 vehicles waiting. We're gonna say maybe 10 goes on the coal route. That may not be enough. You know what, let's do 7 on the coal route. Sorry, maybe too much. We'll go 7 on the coal route for now, and this will be the it's still the route is actually still the Winds, so I probably should maybe rename since this is the Palm Bay Steel route, I probably should rename this now, right? It don't matter. Winds Steel Supply. We're gonna go Palm Steel Supply. There it is. So Palm Steel Supply. That's where you guys are going, and then the next thing we're gonna do. Why did this? All right, there's this here too. So I need to have more vehicles here too. Yeah, it's okay. We'll say that for now, let's go 5 vehicles on that Palm machine planks loop. And that will get the wood started going and getting things over here and all that stuff. These 18 vehicles, we're gonna say, let's go with, I don't know, 12 of them. 12 of them can be on the machine planks for machines. Steel supply, that's not the coal, so we need this one. Yeah, the Palm machine deliveries loop, this one. And that takes people through this one here, okay? There's 6 additional vehicles. I'll assign them accordingly as needed. Let's take a look at this over here. So to save this forest, we have 8 days till closing. is what it says. So try to make it count. 8 days till closing. We're not going to need that many days, I don't think. I've got a whole bunch of vehicles here, 40 of them. We're not all going to assign them to this route, okay? So we're going to start with, I think, let's go with 8 vehicles could be assigned to this loop here. And this loop here, if I click this, is just simply named line 1 for now. We're going to have to change the name of this line. And this line is going to be called this is Palm. You could say it's West Jordan. You know, let's do both. West Jordan. This is the wood to saw. That's fine. This is the wood to saw route, and that's just going to start. Now, I'm hoping that once that starts up, we will see that saved. Okay, good. Let's come on over here for a second because I want to make sure that this isn't disrupted any longer than it needs to be. So, as you know, we've got the train station here with the stops in this configuration now, and it might change as we go, but this is the configuration I've got for now. I want to get a bridge that goes over top of these tracks. I don't want these guys to have to wait. There's a lot of vehicles going by here. And so I'm thinking what we'll do is I'm just going to start this off with tracks that go out, curves a little bit this direction, probably about like that, let's say. These guys are going to have to come out too. Eventually it'll meet up about like that. That's probably good. These ones are going to have to come out. I want to leave a little bit of space here because I want to have like room for the support structures for this bridge. Needs like gaps in there. So I'm going to leave that with gaps. I'm sure they'll overlap the tracks. As you'll soon see over here, there's a way to get it to just overlap the tracks and it'll still work. But it don't look good. So I want it to look good. All right, so with these tracks up here like this, I think it's time we could probably get this to look good. Let's get this road. In fact, I'm going to upgrade this road because I want this to go faster. Probably get all these roads upgraded to go faster. And you know what? Over here, see this right here? This is going to allow them to expand the city this way. And I kind of don't want them to do that, I don't think. I think for now, I'd like the city to stay here. If you have expanding to do it in this direction, do it in that direction. You could even do it in this direction, albeit I've got this back road here that I can move eventually. Because, you know, I probably should just move this and be straight over here. You know what? Let's just do that while we're here. It's not that expensive, right? Let's just do that. We're going to take this road and, you know, I think maybe we could... Well, I thought we could anyway. There we go. If we just go through this with a tunnel, how expensive is that? It's pretty expensive. Maybe we go up a hill. It's kind of like... I don't exactly know how much hills will slow down cars. I'm sure they slow down cars. I don't know to what extent. Maybe we'll do like a partial tunnel. You know? Like it's a tunnel. It goes uphill, but it's still a tunnel, right? I mean, is there a point to paying for a tunnel if it doesn't keep things flat? Well, there's a point in that it doesn't cost as much. Maybe we'll just go around it slightly. Like up, there's a mountain here. You go up through the trees. I think that's probably okay. Again, I don't know exactly how detrimental going uphill is for trucks. I'm sure it has an effect. I'm not ignorant to the fact that it has an effect, but I'm just wondering about the extent of the additional cost involved because trains I know are a big deal, but I'm not sure about trucks. So we're gonna go like this, and I'll just put it there. So that's another route for these oil guys to go through. And if I was to click this station now and check out that fuel loop, they're definitely going over here now, and then they'll deliver that direction. They're doing that because this is broken. So we're gonna fix that. First, let me just get rid of this road. Hey, you know, I'll get rid of the road once. I'll get rid of the road once all these cars are out of here. First, let's go. Let's fix this. So I want a road that takes. You know, I probably need to get away from the station. It'd be really cool if I could go straight across this, but it's not straight. I know, me wanting things straight. I know, it's crazy. So we'll get a little bit of a zigzag here, and maybe I'll rework this road to be straight. You know, let's just do that. We have the money, right? Rework this road so that it's nice and straight over to a bridge that's over here. So since they're coming from this side anyway, right? They're coming from here. We could just straight across this, but I do kind of like the idea of a bridge that's coming across here. So we will do a bridge right here. So right here, we'll say, let's go about like this. And we're just gonna lift it up. And just as long as the supports are Oh, you're not going to let me do this? Still says collision. Interesting. That is a very tall bridge. I think that's an obnoxiously tall bridge. I don't believe it needs to be quite that tall. Yeah, too much slope, indeed. That's what I was thinking. Ah, okay, here we go. This is a little bit better. So we have a bridge, and it looks interesting. I kind of want get the posts to kind of be between the tracks like this. That's what I'm looking for. Something that kind of looks like that should be okay. This is a little tight, maybe a little bit close. You can maybe adjust it a little bit. But then we're getting to the point where it's too low. So why don't we bring this road. We have a little more space over here. Why don't we bring this road out a little bit so that the bridge starts a little bit later. Maybe that will adjust how the middle of this goes. Yeah, so something like this is actually really cool. I like that bridge. Now the trains come underneath there like that. I like it. All right, and then this road can go straight to where it needs to go. In fact, I can go even more straight. And it's fine, just connect it there. Is there any reason to adjust terrain? I mean, I could save a little bit of cash doing that, but it still cuts into the ground then, so nah, it's fine. Just mark it. All right, that's going to allow this loop to continue, right? So now we have a functional loop here. I can let the time run. I'm not going to lose a whole lot of money doing that, and I think we're at the point where it's actually pretty good. There is one more loop I want, though, here, okay? So obviously we have the wood going to this sawmill, but we still need to get the planks to town, right? Well, that's what we're going to do next. So right now, getting the planks to town involves kind of a squirrely little route around like this. And that would be okay, but there's not that much traffic going this direction. And there's almost no traffic going this direction most of the time. So let's add some that way traffic to this road so that we could maybe go, if we're going to squirrel around, we might as well squirrel around outside of town, right? We already have a lot of traffic through here. Let's not congest it, so we'll go around. So what I'd like to do with this route is a little interesting. I think it's a little interesting anyway. But I'm going to try to monetize a really big route. It's a really big route with a lot of trucks, so we'll probably have the remainder of those trucks. Remember, I bought like 40 trucks over here, right? So there's 32 vehicles left. We're gonna put all 32 vehicles on this route and see how crazy this gets, okay? Because we're gonna start eventually delivering things a lot faster. All right, so what we're gonna do with this route is we're gonna call this, I honestly don't have a name for this in my head, so for now, I'm gonna call this the overwhelming majority of this route takes place in West Jordan. So I am actually going to label this a West Jordan route. And we're going to call this the lot of stuff. Lot of stuff with palm, let's say. This is the lot of stuff with palm. It's a really strange name, I know. Let's use a color that's not currently being used by anything. We're going to go with a blue, a really sort of deep blue color, all right? All right, so this one is interesting. Like I said, we're going to start here getting the wood, okay? The wood. Load wood. We're then going to, did I not make this? Oh, did I make a new line? What is this? Hold on. It renamed it. West Jordan, a lot of stuff with palm. That's what this one is. I'm not sure why you're doing this. Go away. Go away, new route. I don't want you. How did that happen? What a misclick. All right, we'll say right here. Yep, and this is going to be, again, load wood, like that. Okay, you're then going to take this over to here. You're going to drop off the wood, pick up the planks. Okay, you're going to take the planks to this waypoint. This gets you on this road. We're going to drop it off over here. And you're still gonna deviate, huh? I thought maybe you'd go around, but it turns out you're not gonna do it, huh? All right, we're gonna have to figure. I don't want you to go through there. I think it's worth the going around a little bit more just to keep you out of that traffic. So I am going to make a road that goes like this. And then I'm going to put a waypoint right here. All right. Come back over to that lot of stuff route. So we're gonna take you. Yeah, now you'll actually do it willingly. Yeah, now that I've done that, you'll do it willingly. But just to make sure nothing changes that in the future, because you never know when things might change. We're going to add that waypoint. So now you're definitely going that way, okay? And you end up going to the West Jordan station and you drop it off here, right? This is where you're dropping off the planks. And you know, I want you to use the side that is not steel. So that's what you're doing now. You're using the side that is not steel. Now, at the moment, it looks like you're actually going to go back through town. We don't want you to do that. We want you to load steel. So we're going to need a little bit of steel. Now, I said I want you to go on the side that's not steel because steel gets kind of congested, and we're probably going to reduce the number of cars on the steel route because of that. But eventually, we're going to be bringing a lot of steel through here, so I don't think it'll be a problem for long. So maybe we don't get in Brick's way, and we have you just queue up with the steel cars. I don't think I like that though. Brick, now I want you to be able to move. We're gonna have you use this side for now, but I do want you to pick up steel, and I want you to send the steel, load steel, unload planks. You're going to send the steel over to here, okay? So you can kind of see that we're starting to incorporate ourselves into the steel route a little bit here. Whether this is worth it or not, I have no idea, but I'm trying to avoid the vehicles taking planks from here to here and then having to go all the way back over here unpaid. Right? There's no pay there. I'm trying to avoid the phenomenon of being unpaid. There is one way I could potentially avoid it, and that is to have it pick up bread or some other type of food product. I could have that happen here and then take that to town and then come back to get the wood, but it's still a lot of distance unpaid. I'm trying to avoid that. So steel from here to here. We're paid for that, right? And steel, when steel starts coming in faster, steel's gonna need help anyway, and then we'll switch which terminal you use at that point. All right, so at the goods production, we're gonna unload steel. Then you're unpaid at this point. You're unpaid from here to here. You're gonna grab oil here, right? It's such a weird route, I know. Grabbing a oil here, and then you're gonna take the oil back, and to do that effectively, we're gonna need another road. Another road. And we're gonna say that this road goes off this direction. Okay, so we're just gonna maybe go up the hills and stuff here a little bit. Let it, there we go. Let it go up with the terrain. Let it go down with the terrain, right? Just a little bit. And this will get you back over here way faster than going back through town, which would have required you to go on this road again, or this road again. And I want to keep you off that. So now you can loop around in that direction. So back to the line, and you can see we're heading that direction, which is great. So you're picking up oil. You're going to take the oil over here. And you can see that this vehicle bay is actually way on this side. A little unfortunate, but we'll make do. And you're going to use this one here. And you're going to simply drop off the oil. And then you're unpaid back to this point, okay? Now I want to make an amendment to this. So we're going to change this a little bit. We are going to add cargo on this side. Add a little bit more space. And then I'm going to add a street access point over... let's add a street access point over on this side. Do it over here too. Honestly, it doesn't really matter where we do it. So we'll do that. Then this route, crude to oil, which is currently using this, you're now going to use the other side. This is Palm Bay West. Yeah, I guess so. You're going to use the other side now, okay? Going to split this up. Then this road is going to head that direction, which is a more direct route. And probably you don't loop here. I think actually you probably won't loop. You'll most likely just go straight back, which is fine. If you use this and you go this way, well, hang on. Now I don't want to get in the way of my train tracks. Ah, my train tracks, yes. That is a concern. So maybe you will end up looping. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll make you loop. I'll make you loop by doing this. So I don't want to get in the way of the trains. We're going to say this is an entrance here, right? But it's only an entrance. I want you to stay away from the trains. And then this road will go in from here, let's say. I think that will keep you out of this traffic. And also, I think it'll just give you that more solid route. So you'll go this way, you'll loop around and go here. Nah, I really don't like that either. Yeah, I'm going to make this change again. We're just going to have a street access point here instead. Let them go in and out of here if they want to. It's just better to have a more direct route that way, so we'll just let them do that. But that does mean there will be some traffic crossing here, and they'll just have to wait for the train when that happens. Okay, so I think that takes care of it. I'm going to take a look at the line really quick. It looks pretty good. We're going to be unpaid from here to here. And that's pretty much it. Where's the West Jordan? A lot of stuff with Palm route. There we go. So from Palm crude, right, or West Jordan crude, you're just picking up crude oil, and then on West, you're dropping that off, and then you come right back over to the forestry and you pick up the wood. That is a very long loop, okay? Very long route. It's gonna add a lot of vehicles, and I don't know if it's worth it, but I thought, hey, there's a way to monetize to make sure that the cars are getting paid in every direction they go, and I think I can get them back. For starting here, bringing sawmill here, I can't just have you bring the planks to the town and then be like, what are you bringing from there? There's nothing I could do with that, all right? Even if I went, and I thought about this too, I could take you from the waypoint here, dropping off the steel for goods. I could whip in right here, grab stone, and bring stone to the bricks. And then that would get me, I could do a shorter loop that way. I thought about that, but I think I have not enough stone coming in to add more vehicles to it. You can see that this is the red line here. That red line is the vehicles that are coming in to get the stone. And you can see they're just kind of, well, these guys are intermingled, but they're not really stalled per se, unless this is waiting. I think this is actually waiting. You're not supposed to wait like this. You just let the time run. Okay, you're not waiting per se, so I mean, you don't have any reason to wait. You have tons of stone here, so. But not enough stone to add more vehicles to it, I don't think. So we're going to kind of let that go. Okay, so I've got everything I need. So I think we'll have these vehicles for that loop when it's time to do so. When is it time to do so? It's time to do so when we get a train that actually is moving this direction. So let's get the tracks sorted out so we can get a train moving this direction. We have, as you can see, 2 tracks, and they are going to go around probably out this way. I would imagine they're going to cross the road over here. But I'm just trying to get a visual on where they're going to cross. So let's say they cross about here, probably. Let's go with maybe there. All right, so of course we have this. It's going to follow right alongside it, keeping it as flat as we can. There we go, and slap it right up against that. Okay, sometime between here and here, we need these 2 tracks to merge. So we'll have this one is going to come over. Again, we want to keep speed as much as we can. I was kind of hoping that you would have already decided to snap, but you're not. We'll do it about there. I think that's probably fine. Okay. This one is going to wrap over. And you know, from here, I think we could probably just merge from here. Why don't we have you merge from here? Like this. Like that. Like that. Snap in place there. Okay. So now we've got these 2 tracks merging into... I really don't like that either. I don't like that merger. I'm not going to let that stand. Not a fan. Not a fan at all of that. Let's do this a little bit better. Yep, we'll just have it snap to line up like this. We have room, so let's just make sure that it, you know, we'll do something like this instead, okay? We want to, honestly, we want to give these trains a lot of room anyway, so the more room we give them, the less chance they are gonna mess up, right? Okay, so we've got this one, and we can come out to about here, and I think at this point we probably are safe to merge. So how about we merge here before the road junction. There we go. And then this track, we can, let's not crowd it. We'll merge this at a separate point. We'll come in and do this like here. Does that work? 970. close, but not really. Let's pull this back just a little bit. Maybe we could merge this back here. Yeah, we can merge this. This is fine. We can merge this back here. We can say that the train tracks merge from here. Like that. Yeah, that's good. So almost the right distance there. Okay. So we have our merger from 4 tracks into 2. Okay. Of course, we're going to need signals that handle this stuff. So this direction, we're going to say, you know, signal, signal. And from this direction, we'll have signal. But we're also potentially going to have trains coming in from this side as well. So we need to manage the traffic here a little bit, right? So I'm thinking any train that's heading this direction, right? We have 2 tracks, but if this train, for example, heading this direction wants to, and we can put like a waypoint kind of like this. I don't know why I would do that, but let's just do that. I'm not sure how the signaling works in this game, to be honest. I understand how workers and resources works intimately. The way the signals and trains work in workers and resources is it has complexity, but when you understand fundamentals really well, then the complexity becomes easier, right? With this game, there's not really a clear UI to this that tells me, oh, yeah, this zone is what's triggering trains to stop. So I don't really know how they work. Are every signal chain signals, for example? I don't know. So if you have an understanding of how workers and resources works and you know how Transport Fever works, could you compare and contrast those in the comments for me? Just like give me the differences between those 2 systems. If you explain it outright with this game, exactly how it works in this game, maybe I will understand it, but train signals are inherently a little harder to explain when you don't have an example. So, you know, I don't know. Let me know what you think. All right, I need some kind of bypass line. So let's say a train comes in here and it's stuck here, and we have another train coming in to do the same thing, right? We need a place for this train to be able to get out of the way, right? And we're gonna have it merge over here at this point. So we're gonna say that the tracks are gonna merge right here, like so. Now the train can get out of the way. All we need is a signal right there, okay? The train can now get out of the way and off it goes, okay? Now, maybe there is a train that's doing the same thing here, coming in and it needs to leave. And so we have a train that's already on this track, or at least trying to get on this track to get over here. So how does that work, right? Well, we know for a fact that this track right here is always going to be moving in this direction. It is the far right track. It is always moving in this direction. So we can make that merger happen on this side, I think. So I can place this merger. I wish I could do a cross track. I can't do that very easily in this game. In fact, I haven't been able to do that at all in this game. To make like a track that's, you know, crisscrossing. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if that's possible to do that in this game. It seems like every time I try it, you know, just like I would do it with workers and resources, right? Which does it really easily. But this here, it just doesn't allow that. So I'm going to have to do it afterwards. So we're going to say that this merges over, and then from here, we also have a merger, which at this point, we probably don't need to keep the speed up, but I'm going to try it anyway. So right about here, we'll keep right about there, let's say. Okay. So that is a somewhat sloppy crisscross, but it will allow trains to do what I want them to do. So if the train here needs to go here, and it needs to wait for this train to get out of the way, we're going to have it stop here still, all right? It is still going to stop here. All trains stop here if they're going into one of these 2, and the one that they're trying to get to is occupied. They will stop here, right? Until the train is cleared. And the train clearing, of course, is going to be like out here, but we don't want the train to block both sides. So you need enough room. Going back to fundamentals of crisscrossing, right? You need enough room so that the whole train can get into this section to wait. And so actually what I need to do is bring this signal back even more. So let's bring this signal and the crisscross back even more. We're going to say, trying to get my camera sorted right there. Get that crisscross out of here. We're going to leave this one. Although I can make one that looks better though, you know? let's make one that looks a little better. All right, I think we can do better than this. Let's go tracks, and from here to here. That will maintain speed. So there'll be our crisscross in this direction, and then from here we'll have the crisscross in this direction. But you have to leave enough room because there's potentially 2 trains. So we're going to do that one all the way over here. Ooh, is this the wrong direction? Yes. Wait a minute. I went the wrong way first. Yeah. This side. I think. Did I do this the wrong way first? Let's let it run because we can get money. This train to have to wait for anything that might be, because like once this train is out and moving with speed, I do want it to continue, right? So you're only going to have to wait in the event that a train needs to get out of there, right? That's the only reason you're waiting. And so we will say that this track waits right here. By then you should have a lot of speed, so we'll keep that speed up. So that's where this train will wait. Signal. All right, right there. Now, we want to leave enough room for this train. So we'll say, yeah, probably about there should be okay. So we'll have this merger moving this way. And I guess we're not going to leave it. We're not going to make it look any better. It's fine. It's fine. And then the signal, of course, again, if you were waiting for a train, you're waiting back here. So if there's a train in your way, you're waiting here. And so this will come and move over here. All right, so that's going to prevent any type of train congestion here. The only place any trains would get congested would be waiting in line behind this, but it's a single track and it waits the whole way, and it starts waiting way over here. So we give enough room for like 2 trains to be before they start blocking traffic here. That's acceptable. I don't think that'll be a problem, but that's acceptable for now. To getting these guys on the proper route, right, we need a way for them to merge over into that. And the best way I think to do that is to give them a way to just get to this track really quickly and then get on to where they're getting on. But remember, if we have a train, we have a lot of if-then statements, right? If this is happening. So we have a train, these guys are coming into here, they're going to need to leave. Well, both of them are going to want to leave and keep right. So to get them to be safe, and if there's any other train trying to get to these tracks, I'm going to have another line running through here that'll sort of serve as a bypass track. Trains can wait on this until they're ready to go. So we can have one line. We'll have you come into here, and then from this point, you will extend. All right, you're going to extend this way. You're going to bypass all the way like this. And then you will merge there across that way, okay? Like this. And then what we can do, since this is a station where they're gonna be slow anyway. If they have to stop here, they're gonna be slow anyway, right? So what we wanna do is we'll just have the signal be here. So you're gonna wait. If there's anybody in there, you're gonna wait till they get out, right? And then we can, of course, keep them going this direction, right? Clearing tracks, I guess. And then I think we're able to take this double flip switch and make it a double flip switch. I just don't know about how fast they're going to be allowed to do the actual switch. So if I take a look at speeds, it's a little bit slow there, but again, they're already at the station anyway. I don't think it's going to matter. All right. So this is a way for us to control traffic in and out of here. And all we need now is basically 2 more signals. We need a signal there for any train that's heading that direction. And then there really should never be any congestion on this track from this point, since it's a one-way track from that point. So all trains coming into the station will come from here. They slow down here. I guess for passenger trains, that's not necessarily ideal, but that's the solution I've come up with for now, is to get them into there. So there we go. If there is, I suppose, like, maybe I could have this merge a lot sooner, but then it's got to stay out of the way, right? So we would need it to be, maybe we could have it do it sooner. Maybe we'll have it do it, can I switch this or no? I want to get this out of here. There we go. Maybe we do this sooner. Let me see what happens if I do it quicker. I guess it's slower, right, with the train. We're merging slower. We have a longer merge, right? Let's see what happens if I do that. Say I bring it back to about here. Right, now that's not that long, but and I need to be able to clear this, so I do need it longer than that. So we will need to go at least, I'm thinking here is probably at minimum the length I'm willing to go here. Then from there, I want to go all the way over here and merge. Will you let me do that? The longer merger. I'm seeing speeds are still slowing down. Oh, you'll let me go over there. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. Okay. Okay, so how about we try this? Let's say we go like this. I almost want to start from the source. Starting from the source track has historically been a very good idea for me. So far, like right here, for example, we can get you out of the way by going like this. And if I start from the track that's already built, it definitely has a better impact on speed. At least it seems to anyway. Yeah, it's like we can get 60 miles per hour there. So I think I'll have you start here, like at 72 there now. Yeah, this isn't slowing down nearly as much. There's still a slowdown, don't get me wrong, but there's not nearly as much. So we can go like that. And then that takes us all the way across the track to there. If you need to go to this one, then we can merge earlier. Maybe we don't have a double cross. Maybe we do it like this instead. Yeah, 60. That's acceptable, especially since you're probably going to be stopping very soon anyway. So I think I'm going to do that. So instead of having that double junction, a double flip switch, I'll just do it this way instead. And so basically we need a signal here. So now you stop here for both of these sides. And no matter which side you need to go on, you're going to stop here, which I think is an acceptable amount of space. Because I'm not having very long trains yet. If I start getting long trains, that might become a problem, and I'll adjust it then. But I think for now, that keeps everybody out of the junction. Okay, final thing. This video is getting longer, I know. We're going to go this way. We're going to say around. And actually, let's start from the other side, because I actually have some bridges that I think we're going to need to do. Now, I was considering making a bridge over this here, because I think that would look cool. But since we're not really using this road, I'm not sure about that. This is a street, so the town can develop this direction. So it might be a good idea to preemptively allow that and to build in bridges so that when they do develop, the bridges are already in, right? Because they're not going to do bridges naturally. So I'm going to take these two away, and we're going to do a little bit of, I guess, street engineering to make it to where when these guys do expand, they expand in a manner that I want them to. So for that, we're going to raise this up. Not like that. We're going to raise it up this direction, and we are going to go up about like this, right? The idea being I want to get over top of this rail. So maybe we'll do the rail first. I think that's always a good idea, right? To do the rail before you do anything else. Because the rail's kind of more important. All right, so this needs to go that way, I guess. We're going to dip it down a little bit, make it much easier to get that bridge in. So maybe we dip about like this. That's fine. We're going to go that way, and we're going to keep you that. Okay, and then you'll continue this direction like that. And then you're going to eventually, you're going to want to meet up with it right there. We'll snap that in. Then you are going to meet up. And I think I want to merge sooner than this. I think I would like to merge here, actually. Let's have you merge. It's important. This is our bypass line. So we have to make sure that keeps its speed up. Let's extend this over like this. That's fine. Driver updates? Really, G-Force? Really? That's what you're going to do to me right now? Jeez. To be honest, I don't think I've updated my driver in actually quite a while, so maybe it's worth it. I don't know. You guys do driver updates immediately? Is that how you handle it? Driver updates always? Sometimes those are risky for people like me. You get something that works, like especially like Windows updates and stuff like that for professionals. Software updates are a little bit scary sometimes because we have something that works. We know it works. We can see, it's there, right? We know that it works really well. And I think this might be a little bit too close to where the bridge is going to be. I'm going to go that way with it. So this rail will end up going that direction. So maybe it'll be fine. Merge it here. So like, you know, as a professional, we don't like software updates. We like new features, so if it's worth it, we'll give it a go. But there's nothing worse than like working on a project, having everything be good, and then you do a software update, and all of a sudden your stuff doesn't open, and you're like, oh shit, what did I do? And you don't know how to revert, and you have clients' dollars on the line, right? That kind of thing. So I come from that environment, and so I'm very I don't want to say skeptical, but I'm very cautious about software updates in my computer systems like that because I know how dangerous that can be in a professional environment. Now, usually I time my big Windows updates and things like that after I've already rendered out the final episode of a project, or, you know, in my former life, some video for a company, right? That's what I'll do then. You know, I think I kind of want 2 bypass lines here. Because what if we have a train that's trying to bypass the station in this direction and also one that's going this direction? I'm not sure how often that will happen, but we could always build it in just to make sure it never becomes a problem, right? Good. We very well could. Let's go ahead and have this merge now too, like so. And now we've got 2 tracks. Okay, good. And then we want a signal to wait in case there's a train coming. You're gonna wait here. And this one here comes all the way down, goes into the station. And you have your own weight right here. Yeah. So that's fine. You should not be bringing bricks here, sir. But I think what it is you're loading too many bricks in Syracuse. And you're not delivering enough bricks over here, by the way. All right, so these guys have a bricks demand. You can see that the tool supply is actually, the machine supply is there. So real quick, let's do this. We don't have planks being delivered here yet. This is actually just started, right? So he's probably... what are you doing? You don't have any steel yet. Yeah, because I didn't tell you to wait until loaded, which I guess is fine. Like, you gotta give it a little time to work itself out, right? Anyway, I think I need a second bypass line here. So I'm gonna just real quick do that. I'm gonna say rail... It could happen, you know, it's possible, it could happen. So from here, we then branch out again in this direction. I mean, ideally, you know, the purpose of that bypass is so they don't have to stop. But in the rare occasion, right, it's probably pretty rare. But in the rare occasion where this has to stop, I should be prepared for this. So I'm going to say there and then there. And then this side, if you need to bypass, you'll go this way. Like this. Yeah, that's fine. We need to go a little bit faster though, so we'll go from here. All right, if you need to bypass, then you can go through this direction, okay? Again, pretty rare. I don't think it'll be necessary, but we'll do that. And then, again, if, the big if, you could merge from here. Or not, because it won't let you. So merge from here. That's 75, right? Yeah, 75 from there. And connect. Yeah? All right, now we shouldn't have any collision problems. So stop there. And if you have to, you can stop here. I don't know why you would have to, but now we have a secondary line. So anything heading this direction can stop as it goes through there, all right? Then we can make this be dedicated in that direction. Fair. Okay, so bridge, right? Bridge. We want bridge. Medium street. You can do a street bridge. It's fine. So from here, we want to lift up. Oh, that's looking that. Doesn't that look nice? I think that looks nice. I think it could look a little nicer, but it looks nice to me. Maybe say like, yeah, just gotta get it to hug the track just a little bit, like right here. Oh, yep. I like the look of that. Now, we have to allot for the possibility of additional tracks in the future. So maybe a bigger bridge that goes like this would be better, and that way we have room to go underneath it later. I think that's probably better, so we'll do that instead. We may need that. I'm gonna go like that. And so then, of course, this needs to change. So just work this country road like so. Call it good. And eventually they're gonna expand this way. So if I start seeing the town go across the tracks for some reason, then sure. But yeah. All right. Next bridge. Again, we want to allow them the possibility of expansion. So I will give them another bridge that goes this direction, giving them adequate space. That one's too tall. We don't need it to be quite so tall. There we go. That's a lot better. It's actually a little bit tall still. So we can go about like this, and I don't think we'll need any more than this, to be honest. So we'll say that that's a bridge that goes there, right? Again, just putting it in now so I don't have to worry about them messing with it later, okay? And then the final bit of bridge, I guess, what we would probably do, because it looks like they're going to go this way, so I would allow them to go this direction, but we would have this street then go up and over, and it could go about like that. I don't imagine that we'll have any additional tracks here. I think that's probably just the way this is going to be, so we'll make this a little bit of a smaller bridge, I think. This is probably fine, about like that. And close it, and then we have just streets out this way, right? So I think that's actually fine. We'll let them expand from that point. So if they want to expand out that way, they can. It's just they're gonna have to go, the train's gonna go underneath that. We're not gonna let traffic, we're not gonna let the trains go through those roads. Okay, so we have lots of bridges. Cool. We're gonna have more bridges now too, because I'm having one more bridge, and it's gonna be right here. This definitely needs to not cross the tracks because we have a lot of traffic that's gonna go through here. There's a lot of cars that go through here, so we need to do something different with this area. And I'm gonna just let's go ahead and just do this and pause it really quick. That will probably forces the cars to get away from here. That's okay. Probably do this too. All right. So do the tracks first, so we know where they are. So we're down to 2 tracks now, which is exactly what we need to be for the longer distance. You really only need 2 tracks going long distance. So we're gonna go around, I think, this way. We need to give enough room to make that bridge connect, though. So maybe I'll pull this back, and we'll turn a little sharper here. We'll turn a little sooner, I guess. We're gonna say that you are gonna go that way. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then come around and go this way. All right, and the reason I'm whipping this direction instead of that way is because this train track, right, you kind of need to approach it straight. And so I've brought this rail out here. So I need to get it out so we can round this without losing speed. And I can't cut this, it's too short, or it's too tight. So we'll have this, and it'll wrap around now, and we should be able to get this around without losing speed. Let's just see what it would cost to just connect this. Is there anything weird happening there? Other than some terrain pickups, not really. I wonder if I could dip the middle lower here. And do we still maintain speed? If we do, then I'm in on this instead. We're gonna cut into the terrain a little bit there, but it looks like that will be good. Is that cheaper? Significantly so. So we will make this the train. Now, I do need to make sure though that this line on the inside can make it. So we should actually do it from the inside because this is a tighter turn, right? So why don't we say that we hook this up from there to there. All right, let's see what this costs. Right now, 742,000. We do maintain speed. If I drop the middle down, it goes to 423 as expected, and confirm. Okay. And then we know that the inside turn is sharp enough to, or wide enough to keep the speed. So that means the outside track definitely is. So we don't need to worry about that one. Go like this, and go way over like this, and connected. I believe that takes care of all of our woes. I think it does. That takes care of the whole thing. So now we want to, of course, get planks from here delivered over here. And the thing is, like, there's so many bricks being picked up, you know? That's the thing I'm worried about, is that we're picking up too many bricks. What we should do is bring those bricks to Wichita Falls, right? So I think this train, because it's picking up bricks here, it should drop the bricks off here. There's nothing for this train to pick up here, though, so we would be unpaid back to San Antonio, where we also have nothing to pick up. See, a little bit of a problem there, right? So I basically need a reason for a flat car to come here to pick something up. And there's just nothing here that a flat car can pick up. There's nothing. There's no reason for it. So perhaps a mixed train would be sufficient. Because we have so much, you know, because we have like a lot of bricks, we don't need this many bricks delivered, we don't need all that much steel delivered. Maybe we could have a mixed train where we have some box cars on this one and some, I mean, this train is already long enough to where you see it, like it's basically the full length of the station, right? We don't really want to go any longer with this train if we can avoid it, unless we want to make the station longer. Which, I mean, I guess we could make the platform longer. We could say, hey, by the way, cargo platform, you're this long now. But we can't do that all the way across because it's merging here. We're more straight on this side, so I guess it's more of a possibility here. Yeah, it's more of a possibility to do it here. We could get away with it on these two sides here just to make a slightly longer train possible. We might be able to do it on this side over here too, just to get a longer train possible. But this is supposed to be my bypass, so I would be putting it on this side anyway, but at least it allows for the platforms, right? So I don't know if there's a real reason, is what I'm saying. I don't know if there's a reason to, because we have plenty of steel delivered, and these guys are gonna, you know, go deliver the steel now, but we have so many bricks. We need to get rid of these bricks. So maybe from West Jordan, we don't, well, this train's getting changed, right? We're not picking up bricks here. Instead, picking up planks, delivering that here, then the wood delivers that back here, then we pick up the bricks. We could send the bricks to here. It won't unload all of them, right? But then we could pick up more because there's this, right? We could pick up more, replenish if we need to, and then off we go, drop it to West Jordan, drop it in Winston-Salem, drop the bricks in Syracuse, even though they have tons of them, and then finally we are that way. So there's some thinking here on how that works, because I had the idea, but because of just the volume of bricks this thing is moving, I don't know, you know. And there's still steel here too. You still have steel, so you're not delivering all your steel either. What's the deal? What's going on? Talk to me, Goose. Why aren't you delivering all your steel? Right? You're waiting to be full, but you don't need to. You should be dropping every bit of steel right here. There's so much steel needed, right? If you look at the goods factory right here, there's so much steel needed. So I don't know what you're doing. And then we have food delivery in West Jordan, can't connect all stations. Right, because I did this, right? So hang on. I need to fix this. But it's like, I don't know why it's not dropping off all of those. So we need a bridge, right? I totally spaced on this because I got the rail done. So streets here, we're gonna say that the bridge goes, let's send the bridge from here up above like so. And we'll just have it be kind of like, yeah, something like this might be fine. Is that a big deal if you have that kind of incline? I don't want it to not look dumb, right? I don't want this. Well, it looks like it's gonna yeah, this. I don't want this. Right? Bridge pillar collision, right? I don't want that. But we could maybe have it work this way. That technically works. It's a little bit more direct. I'm gonna let that be. And then we just hook it up there. Okay. Now the warning should go away. Nope. This. Now the warning should go away. Good. And there it is. It's gone. Warning's gone now. So, little exclamation point. No warnings. Good to go. All right. So, I need to think about this again because like we're having too many bricks. But I did want, before the end of this video, I did want to do something that I thought was important. And that is to get another train in here. Okay. I wanted to get another train. And I'm sensing a problem with 2 trains because this one's coming in. If it leaves in that direction, right, we have this signal, so a train will stop here and allow this train to leave. But there's a pretty good chance that that train doesn't, because it's going to start heading that direction now. So we'll see. I'm going to configure this. I'm going to tinker with this line and try to see what I can do with a second train, a third train, a fourth train. I might go in and you know, probably get like 6 trains on this line at some point. We have signaling that I think will manage the traffic okay. If you see any gaping holes in my traffic system that you foresee being a problem anyway, let me know in the comments. I'll take a look at it, because I don't get everything right. I'm going to miss things sometimes. And you guys tend to be pretty good about seeing things that I don't see. You have the benefit of just like being able to chill and watch it after the fact. So, but anyway, that's the lines for now. I think it's working out pretty well. And we could just say, hey, ready, set, and we'll just send this line right here, the lot of stuff. Where's the lot of stuff? My lot of stuff line right here. Boom. There's 32 vehicles now on the lot of stuff line. So many vehicles are going to be picking up wood from this forestry and getting it out of here. I think this is going to be kind of crazy, but we'll see how it works. I'm going to let it play on. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.